of the tickets for art in the Grand Opera House, a pair to Naomi Caves and a pair to Shane MacDonald. Shane phoned in from Glenavy, and my little anagram, I can drive no load, becomes Leonardo da Vinci, magically transformed into that. So thanks to everybody who entered the competition, and thanks to everybody who lent me their ears for the past hour and a half. If you'd like to lend me them again tomorrow morning, you will hear Martin Bell, the man in the white suit, talking not only about the imminent likelihood of war and his involvement, but also about becoming a rapper and making your first CD at quite an advanced age, I suppose. Emma Dunseith will be along with her usual Tuesday look at the World Wide Web. And I've been talking with Rory Gallagher's brother Donald, who lovingly has put together a collection of Rory's best-known songs on a CD. Probably heard Stuart reviewing that one not so long ago. In the meantime, if you'd like to send me an email, you can do it by typing in jb@bbc.co.uk. I see the time's crept on to 10:30, which means it's time for silence.
You'll be talking too, Donald.
Well, it wouldn't matter because no one listens to me anyway.
They do listen. I just said that the other day. You took that to heart. You remembered that, didn't you?
Yes, yes.
I said that nobody listened to you.
Shall we get together and discuss ratings sometime?
No, let's not.
No, all right.
I don't like to talk about that.
No.
Because after all, when you
I shall be talking with Martin Bell.
The thing
and
about
interrupting him, probably.
It's all right.
Every time he opens his mouth.
That's okay.
Well,
the thing about ratings is, if they're good, you have to believe them, but when they're bad, you have to believe them too. So you and I, you tend to believe them when they're good and say, when they're bad, say, oh, there's something wrong there.
It's a blip.
Listen, have you heard about the new, I suppose you're preparing yourself for comic relief?
No, it's the war I was thinking of.
No.
Well, it's the same thing.
No, it's the same thing. Comic relief, like Harry knows, you're ahead of the game there, aren't you?
Harry knows, yes. Hirsute.
Well, did you read in the paper today, apparently, the Fame Academy, is a special comedy celebrity Fame Academy, hosted by our own Patrick Kilty in Cantilly, starting this Friday, apparently.
I've heard about this. They're not allowing any ugly people into it.
What's that all about?
I don't know. They don't like ugly people in the BBC. We were lucky we got in on time.
Do you see if we hadn't got in when we did?
Wait, no way.
Never got a look in.
Hugo was the only one.
It first sprung to mind. What about Hugo? I saw him yesterday. He'd never get into the audience at all. He'd never get into a TV studio. My God, it makes me mad, John.
What does?
The fact that ugly people aren't allowed into a TV audience.
I defend your right to be ugly and still be a broadcaster. Damn it, I'll defend it to the death.
Just because I'm ugly doesn't mean I'm a bad person.
It doesn't necessarily mean ugliness is in the eye of the beholder.
Absolutely. And do you realise this bans 99% of the Northern Ireland population who will never get to see Paddy Kilty in a TV studio?
Just because you've got a face like a truck?
Just because you've got a face like a plate of mortal sins?
Oh, what?
I enjoyed that.
That took it out of me, that did.
Yeah, I think we better rest.
Better hit the jingle, yeah.
Yeah, okay, bye. Bye. There ain't no ugly people after 2 a.m. Just remember that, Kilty.
You don't have any secrets when you come into the world. You're open like a book and the pages get filled. The leaves keep turning on every single page. They write their story with marks on your face. Marks on your face. Locked in your head, an unbreakable code. A secret never spoken is a story never told. Gonna show you the back of my hand, they say. You can hide those scars, but they hurt you every day. They hurt you every day. They hurt you every day. What was written on the back of his hand? You won't say it out loud, you won't say it again. What was written on the back of his hand? You won't say it out loud, you won't say it again. What was written on the back of his hand? You won't say it again. Water is holy when it falls from the sky. Water tastes bitter when it falls from your eyes. Lay down on the ground and look up at the sky. There's no rhyme or reason when you're watching time fly. Watching time fly. When the stars come out, the night is alive. Connect those stars with the lines of your life. With the lines on your hand, with the words that you write. One true word's gonna beat a pack of lies. Beat a pack of lies. Beat a pack of lies. of his hand. You won't say it out loud, you won't say it again. What was written on the back of his hand. You won't say it out loud, you won't say it again. What was written on the back of his hand. You won't say it again. One true word gonna get a pack of lies. One true word gonna get a pack of lies. Beat a pack of lies. It's written on the back of his hand. You won't say it out loud, you won't say it again. What was written on the back of his hand. You won't say it out loud, you won't say it again. What was written on the back of his hand. You won't say it out loud, you won't say it again. What was written on the back of his hand. You won't say it again. You won't say it again. Oh, you won't say it again.
That written on the back of his hand. That was a lovely record. That's beautiful. I love that. That's from Lucy Kaplansky. That's from an album which is called Every Single Day. That was out. Look, that was out 2 years ago, the year 2001. Right. The number to call if you want to contact this program is 08459 555 678. You can send me an email if you wish. It's jerry.anderson@bbc.co.uk. I was up in Ballycastle there on Saturday night at a do for Children Crossfire, raising money for the children in Malawi. I don't normally.
Very poor opening song. Good song, but a very poor opening.
I don't play these for you. I play these for
No,
me.
but there was no lift to it.
No, there doesn't have to be a lift.
Yes, there does.
No, there
Always-
doesn't.
You always start your show with a nice song.
No, that's in the BBC Handbook, Rule 4.5, Section 1, 2, 3, 4. One must always start the programme with something that makes the people happy.
Yes.
I always fly in the face of the wisdom provided by the BBC. Though they're not letting any ugly people in to see Celebrity Fame Academy. Why should I go by their rules?
What?
You weren't listening. I was talking to John Bennett.
Yeah.
Do you know Red Nose Day is coming out? Another way we always avoid that, like the plague.
Right.
Well, it's starting on. It's on March the 14th, apparently, with hairy noses. I was just saying to John, he's ahead of the game in that department.
Right.
Have you seen the new nose?
No.
It's a red nose with hair stick. It's very funny. I saw it. I laughed by it. Did I laugh when I saw that nose? Mm-hmm. Lenny Henry wears one.
Right.
And indeed, Gary Lineker. But there's a programme starting this Friday called Celebrity Fame Academy, whereby people who need publicity go in and they ape the Fame Academy for comic relief, and they vote them out. Paddy Kilty's he's the compere, and Cat Teeley. But apparently it said in the
What do you
paper...
think of that show on Friday night?
What show?
Paddy Kilty show with Tom Jones.
Oh, I didn't see it. I missed it. I'm sure it was quite good. Oh, was it not?
It was all right.
I know, I'm sorry.
I quite enjoyed Tom Jones.
I'm sure you...
Yeah.
I'm sure you did. John Bennett wasn't interviewing him on Friday morning. He had him on tape.
Oh, dear. So you missed it?
I missed it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You started about 4 conversations there.
I know. What I was saying was that BBC won't allow any ugly people into the audience. It was announced.
What do you mean? Oh, who determines whether...
I don't know. Somebody in a back room decided that there was no ugly people allowed in the audience. For the Fame Academy. You know, the audience sits around and claps and laughs and, you know.
All right.
Well, there's going to be no ugly people allowed there. It's all young, good-looking people. I was just saying, good job, Hugo wasn't there. He'd be very angry indeed. I was in Ballycastle. I'd like to say hello to the nice people. What a night we had down there. Those people down in Ballycastle know how to enjoy themselves. I'll tell you what. It was a night for children in Crossfire. Myself and May McFettridge were there.
All right. Much did you get for it?
What do you mean?
Much did you get for it?
You mean personal fee?
Yeah.
I didn't take a penny. No, I didn't either, did May McFettridge. This is really... No, George Jones couldn't do it because George Jones couldn't do it because there was no money in it.
Ah,
No,
right.
well, we did. We enjoyed it. There was a little fella there, and he was like a little mini Michael Flatley.
Yeah.
You want to see him dancing? He had the little thing round his head and all. He took off his shirt and he threw it in the audience. He's only about 9.
Right.
You want to see him. But they know how to enjoy themselves down there. I'd like to say hello to all those people. I really enjoyed that night.
What did you do?
I drank a lot.
What did you do on stage?
We did an auction. Myself and Miss McFettridge. We gave away things. We sold things. We gave away a villa in Spain. For a week. We did indeed. Listen, I've got photographs here of Geordie being straddled by a lap dancer. Have you seen that?
No.
It's a man, though, I can tell.
You never spoke to me this morning. This is the
I
first
know I
time-
didn't.
This is the first time we've spoken.
Do you know why I didn't speak to you?
No.
Because I hate the sight of you coming in on a Monday, that's why.
No, I know what it is.
What?
Because you lot lost yesterday.
Don't be starting to talk about football. I don't support anybody.
Yes, you do. You're a Manchester.
I don't support anybody.
Yes,
How dare you? How dare you suggest that I'm interested in football? Just because you were golfing yesterday. No,
was.
I'm not interested. I don't care who wins.
Yes,
I
you
don't
do.
even know who
I
won.
like doing this to you. I love tanting you.
Don't tant me.
I will.
Taunt is the word, actually.
Yeah.
The word is tant.
Yeah, what did you say?
Here, listen, I've got a letter here which I'm going to read this, and I want you to
Turn
take
me
this.
off.
All right, I'm going to take this seriously. I've been. There was a program on a couple of weeks ago about men from Northern Ireland with big white legs and wearing the wrong shorts, going out to look for Filipino wives, and I've been having a bit of fun, at the expense of, at the expense of not the program because the program is really good, and I've been talking about Filipino girls and stuff like that, but Filipino girls. A lady has written to me. And she's from the Philippines, and she wants me to read this letter out, and I'm going to do that because it's only fair. It's a dear Mr. She gives her name here, but she doesn't want me to read it out, and it's a very beautiful name. And this is what it says. I would like to make a comment about the programme of BBC One shown last 20th of February, Thursday, about seeking Filipino bride. In behalf of the Filipino nurses working here in Northern Ireland, I would like to air our voices regarding the above said show which has affected us in and outside work. I don't like the fact that people, local men here, keep on asking us if we are Filipino and if we want to get married. Sometimes it annoys us because we're here as contract skilled workers. I would say that no one can attest for our future who we could marry, make friends with, or whatever race we are. We will marry whoever we fall in love with. I'm not against mixed culture marriage, as I also made good friendships with Irish people. Since the show appeared, many of us have experienced different approaches from the local men, generalising us as what they had seen in that show. In other words, boys going, what about you, love? You're from the Philippines. Whoa! I hate that idea of people over here thinking that Filipino women are married just for convenience. We all know that my country, the Philippines, is one of the third world countries, but I also want to emphasise that we are not all ignorant people, as we value education muchly. That is why we strive hard for our future and family as well. When I came here, I made friends with many educated Filipinas who are happily married with Irish men. They have more interesting and sensible life stories than those shown on BBC One. I don't think they have researched a lot regarding mixed cultural marriage, specifically the Filipino-Irish marriage, before putting up on the show. For my own opinion, the show had totally made a bad impression towards us Filipinos. We have our own custom and traditions regarding marriage that was not emphasised on the show. We felt sad and have pity on that 19-year-old girl who went out with that old man who just took advantage with her, sensing that she is only a domestic helper in Manila. She must be of poor family, and obviously she's lacking in education. A lot of us vary from each other. Don't get me wrong. I do love to live and work here, as Irish people are very friendly and accommodating. On behalf of my colleagues, friends, we would like to thank you for airing these comments. More power to you. There we are. That's a good, absolutely right. Point well made. Point well made. So you can just imagine the men from Northern Ireland getting up to these girls in bars. It must be a nightmare. Anyway, never mind about that. Did you hear that?
Right.
Is tomorrow Pancake Tuesday?
You know, I don't care, Sean, really.
What did I ask you?
You asked me, is tomorrow Pancake Tuesday?
I didn't say to you, do you care if tomorrow's Pancake Tuesday or not?
I really don't know, nor do I care.
That's a
much
better
answer.
Yes, thank you. I only asked you.
That's okay.
Right.
Don't be so touchy today.
I'm not.
Because I didn't speak to you.
Just because Liverpool won.
I don't care if Liverpool won or not, for God's sake. So they were men fighting in pubs and everything yesterday, weren't there?
There was.
What's wrong with them?
They're off their head.
Off their heads completely. Here's a letter here. I've heard you read quite a lot of old poems over the air, and I really do think you bring these poems to life. Would you please do me a big favour and read this poem on air for me, as it brings back many happy memories of the old Lodge Road in Belfast. I'm sure there'll be many more listeners who'd enjoy listening to this poem, especially if it's read out on the radio. That's from Greer McFarlane. I love these things because I'll tell you why. Because this is a thing that's fast disappearing. Because, you know, those old neighbourhoods and people forget who lived there, and if somebody doesn't write these down, they will never be, they'll be just completely forgotten. Now, here's one. I'll just read this. I was reared around the Hammer, a district that was tough. I married and moved to the old Lodge Road. It was just as rough. I went to live in Broadbent Street. There were characters galore, kids always playing in the street, women standing at every door. I'll try to tell you some of them, as I juggle them in my head, the habits and names of neighbours, some living, some are dead. Of families living in that street, names now spring to mind. Miller, Brown, McNeely, Hannah Arnott, who was blind, Kavanagh, Kilpatrick, Bennett, Thompson, Irvine, Bell. The gas man's coming up the street. I can still hear someone yell. Officer, Green, Scarborough, Wright, Wilson, Mitchell, Tone, Chapman, West, Drummond, Danny Cinnamon lived alone. Hill, Walker, Graham Gettis, Mearns, Werner, Hall, McComb, McDowell, Donnelly, Julia Porter, wee Bessie Ruddy on her own. McFarland, Hunter, Loney, White, Hazlett, Dunn, Cahoon, McRae, Dunseith, Spears, Dan McNeil. I could sit and write all day. Wee Annie Stewart would read your cup. Dick Price would mend your shoes. Then a figure staggers up the street. It's Billy Elwood on the booze. The greatest character of them all brought us smiles and tears. The horizontal champion, the immortal big Ned Spears. The boys stood at the corner. You'd see them every day. Albert Hunter, Sam McFarlane, Geordie Kavanagh, Jim and Rob Dunseith, Bobby and Joe McRae, Stanley Mahan, Sam McQuiston, Sam Kavanagh, Eddie Bell, Ernie Willis, Alex Mitchell. They were all there as well. I will always remember the 11th night with our little make-up band. Joe Chapman played the accordion. Children followed him hand in hand. We led them up the Hammer. My mother watched us come with Joe's empty accordion box. I used it as a drum. Then the street was vested. The developers knocked it down. The neighbours were scattered all around the town. Many a night I sit and think of the happy years I spent living on the old Lodge Road in the street they call Broadbent.
They took the whole Cherokee Nation, put us on this reservation, took away our ways of life, the tomahawk and the bowie knife, took away our native tongue, and taught their English to our young. And all the beads we made by hand are nowadays made in Japan. Cherokee people, Cherokee tribe, so proud to live, so proud to die. They took the whole Indian nation, locked us on this reservation. Though I wear a shirt and tie, I'm still part red man deep inside. Cherokee people, Cherokee tribe, so proud to live, so proud. be someday when they've learned. The Cherokee Nation will return. Will return. Will return. Will return. Will return.
Indian Reservation, The Lament of the Cherokee Indian. That's a recording made by A17 Raiders. Here's an email from Eileen Rolston. You know, did you ever think about our rickety wheel in any other... Sorry, you talking to someone? I'm sorry.
I'd pick it up.
Our rickety wheel, you know, sometimes I think of it, it's a long time ago, it's well before Christmas, but sometimes I think of our rickety wheel as a stone that you throw in the water. You find a still pool and you find a large stone, you throw it out, and when the stone hits the water, these ripples. But these ripples never stop. Just forever they go on. And even months afterwards, there's a trace of a ripple. It goes to show you, once you do good once, the ripple keeps moving along. On Friday the 28th of February, Trevor, my husband, and I had our rickety wheel prize for a 4-course meal at the Cosy Grill and Restaurant, 81 Upper Lisburn Road. Would you please send our sincere thanks to Margaret Martin and her staff for a lovely meal and great service. They couldn't have been nicer to us. Margaret listens to this programme and has 2 of Davy Malderson's poems up on her wall. How sad is that? She's also a big fan of Brian Kennedy, so would you please play You Raise Me Up or anything by Brian, especially for her. Once again, many thanks. That's Eileen Molston. You see, a prize. Did you notice that? The rickety wheel still goes on. It's got a life of its own, even though Gerry Kelly and Paddy Keelty stole them. We are the original rickety wheel men. We have spread love, joy and food amongst the people, and still, people are still enjoying the fruits of our rickety wheel.
That's right.
And incidentally, Brian Kennedy is appearing in the Waterfront Hall on Friday the 14th of March. Do you know that?
No, I didn't. Why are you telling me that?
I'm telling you because I think you should know. Because weren't you involved with Brian whilst he was here?
Yes.
Didn't you get on quite well with him?
Exactly.
Didn't you like him?
I did.
Don't you think it's a good idea that we should tell the people he's going to be playing in the Waterfront Hall on Friday, March the 14th? Don't you think it's a good idea?
I think it's a wonderful idea.
People should go along to it.
Sorry, I didn't think of that.
You didn't think of it? Do you know why you didn't think of it? Because you don't care. You just
Vera
think of
and
your
Isle
own.
of Man would like you to play Eamon Friel's single most of the year.
That's what he calls himself now.
What?
Frida from the Isle of Man.
Would you
changed
talk
his name
to
again.
Thelma on what?
I'd love to. Hello, good morning, Thelma.
Good morning, Gerry. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I am fine. I
Good.
wonder if you could help me,
Yes.
or your listeners could help me.
Oh, okay, we'll find somebody to help you.
I have just returned from a trip to India.
Oh, God bless you.
We were visiting orphanages out there.
Oh, really?
Now, we saw a great need, Gerry, and our hearts have really been moved, and we want to try and send a container full of children's clothes to India.
Uh-huh.
So we've started the ball rolling. Quite a few people have given us clothes. We're also looking for toothbrushes, soap, things like that.
Yes.
Now, I have a niece in England, in the Bristol area,
Yeah.
and she has been gathering up, and she has loads of stuff. But the problem is getting them to me to put in the container.
Yeah.
Now, I'm wondering if there's any cross-channel couriers out there or trucking companies who are coming back and forward all the time from England that would be willing to, when we've 2 or 3 boxes filled, to bring them over for us.
Oh, of course there are people going back and forward all the time.
Yeah, well, would you put a wee call out?
I certainly will. Where do you want these people to come from and where do they want them to go to?
Well, she lives in the Bristol area. If they could bring them over here, I live in Rathryland, but we could pick them up in Belfast if there was some point that we're willing to go and try and pick them up.
So, essentially, it's Bristol to Belfast, really, isn't
Bristol
it?
to Belfast and around that area would be brilliant.
Doesn't sound too difficult, 2 main centres of population. So what gave you the idea to go out to India in the first place? Did you go out with an organisation?
No, there was just 3 of us went out.
Why did you go?
We got to know a Pastor Jacob over there.
Yeah.
And he invited us out. We have been raising money throughout Northern Ireland, and I would like to say hello to all the sponsors. There's lots of people out there right across Northern Ireland and in the south who sponsor children in India. And this was an opportunity for us to go to see what the money we have sent over, what it done, to see the children and how they live.
And where did you go?
It's South India, Andhra Pradesh area.
Yes.
And, Gerry, we got our eyes opened, I'm telling you. I thought I knew all there was to know about India, but when I got off the plane in Hyderabad, my mouth just dropped open. Poverty beyond anything you can imagine.
Well, you see, that has always been the case in a way. It's institutionalised through the religion. I mean, the whole business about the untouchables and the Haryans and all that kind of thing. I mean, it's especially in South India.
It's mostly Hindus.
Yes, it is indeed. Yeah.
And the government's very corrupt. We can't send a parcel from Northern Ireland directly to India because you could send 10 parcels. One of them might get through, but the other 9 will never be seen or hear tell of.
That's what happens to parcels that are sent to me in the BBC.
And I have fell in love with one little girl out there. It's a very sad story. There's 4 in a family. And they were all living in this wee grass hut. Their father died of TB and the mother took stomach cancer. And she died 6 months later. Now, those 4 children were left standing in that grass hut beside their dead mother for 4 days. Pastor Jacob was called to do the funeral. And when he went, he took the body to bury it. The smallest child, who's about 3.5, 4, she was crying, "Where are you taking my mummy?" And he took her and done the funeral. When he came back to the grass hut, everybody had went home and those 4 children were left.
Nobody bothered about them?
No, there was nobody. See, they can't feed their own kids, Gerry. How were they going to take somebody else's 4 and feed them?
So what happened to them? Did he look after them?
So Pastor Jacob brought them to the orphanage, where I fell in love with a little girl called Mamata. And they have one suitcase between the 4 of them, and everything they own is in that one suitcase. We were able to buy them toothbrushes and soap and things when we were there, but Mamata in particular had one little dress, and all down the front of it was held together by safety pins. So we really feel that we have to get this container of children's clothes. And anybody out there whose children who's grew out of their clothes and they're thinking, what can I do with these? If they ring me, I'll do my best to try and get them.
Okay, well, leave your number for us.
I will indeed.
And do you have any central point there that people can go to, or is it just your home or whatever it is?
Just my home at the minute, yes.
Well, you're not being helped by anybody. Are you just kind of doing this on your own?
There's just about 5 of us. And I can assure you, every pound that you give goes directly. There's no middleman. It goes direct from me to the orphanage. And a pound, Gerry, out there can feed a child for up to a week. £1.
I know. Well, I have to commend you on doing this. It
was a joy, Gerry, to see those little faces. They have no toys in the orphanage whatsoever, and I've never seen happier children. They play with each other. If one small child falls, the bigger ones all run and lift them up or whatever. And I've never seen happier children. I'm actually a baby minder. I have 2 2-year-olds standing here looking at me in a minute. And I mean, they've all the toys in the world. But I've never seen happier children. It was just a joy to spend time with them and the people. They didn't beg, they didn't ask us for anything. They just showed us the greatest respect. They were lovely people.
Yeah, it just goes to show you how wrong we've got it here. We see some of the characters hanging around the corners.
We have it all wrong. We've too much, and we don't know it.
All right, then we've got your number, and anyone who's interested in helping you with that shipping thing between...
That would be brilliant.
Or, as you say, any other... What are you looking for? Are you looking for clothes?
We're looking for children's clothes in particular and men's clothes. The ladies all wear the Indian saris, which are quite cheap for them to make, you know. But it's men's clothes, but especially the children's clothes for the orphanage.
All right,
and toothbrushes. I mean, grown men were begging us for toothbrushes. It would have broke your heart. They actually take a branch off the tree and file it down into like a point, and that's what they use to clean their teeth if they haven't got a toothbrush. Or the children in the orphanage, we saw them putting toothpaste on the end of their finger and going over each tooth individually. How
different from the lifestyle enjoyed by our own dear Queen.
Exactly.
All right, then we've got your details here, okay?
Thank you very much indeed, Gerry.
Do you mind if we give out your number?
No, I don't mind
people
at all.
Are ringing and asking.
Go ahead then.
Yes, go ahead. 028 406 30887.
Got that, Sean?
Yes, we have it here. Yes,
all right then, love. Okay.
Thelma.
See you later, Thelma. Hope you get a good reaction to that.
Thank you. Bye, Gerry. Bye.
Bye.
Could you help somebody?
Pardon?
Could you help somebody on 2? Would you be quick call? Could you?
Take a look at my girlfriend. She's the only one I got. Not much of a girlfriend, but never seem to get along. Take a jumbo across the water, like to see America. See the girls in California, I'm hoping it's going to come true. But there's not a lot I can do. Could we have kippers for breakfast? Moby dear, Moby dear. They gotta have 'em in Texas, 'cause everyone's a millionaire. I'm a winner, I'm a sinner, do you want my autograph? I'm a loser, what a joker, I'm playing my jokes upon you.
We'll be back at 4 minutes past 11 o'clock.
92 to 95 FM.
And 1341 medium wave.
BBC Radio Ulster.
Now at 11 o'clock, the news with Keith Burnside. The British and Irish Prime Ministers have arrived at Hillsborough Castle for a day of talks with local politicians. The Secretary of State, Paul Murphy, has told the BBC there's all to play for as the parties try to find a deal to restore devolution. Here's our political editor, Mark Devonport.
The sun shone on Bertie Ahern and his delegation as they strolled towards the front entrance of Hillsborough Castle this morning, where they were greeted by Paul Murphy. A few moments later, a number of cars drew up and out got Tony Blair. The two premiers will agree their joint line of attack before starting to meet the pro-agreement parties. The SDLP are first in, to be followed by Sinn Féin, the Ulster Unionists, then the smaller parties. A final deal won't be possible unless both the IRA and an Ulster Unionist Council meeting provide positive responses. But with so much pressure on Tony Blair's time, British and Irish officials will hope to make significant progress today. If they don't, a spring deal will be very hard to achieve.
The Sinn Féin chairman, Mitchell McLaughlin, says he's optimistic there will be a breakthrough.
I believe that the IRA do wish to see the peace process succeed, and I remain totally and absolutely convinced in the statement that Sinn Féin have made over and over again, through this process, by delivering this process, we will take all of the weapons, including all of the IRA weapons, out of the political equation permanently.
The family of a man murdered at the weekend have described their shock at his death. Kieran Kelly suffered serious head injuries in an attack in his flat in North Belfast. His partner was taken to hospital after she was attacked trying to defend him. It's not thought to have been sectarian. 2 men have been arrested. A 14-year-old girl from Londonderry has been arrested and released, pending a report to the Director of Public Prosecutions. It's understood it's in connection with a stabbing incident outside St Cecilia's College in the city on Monday last week. Another 14-year-old girl was treated for cuts. The man killed in a house fire in Bangor at the weekend was 36-year-old Michael O'Hare. Firefighters managed to pull his body from the burning building, but he died at the scene. Iraq has promised to provide the United Nations with a new report on chemical and biological weapons. It claims to have disposed of its stocks after the Gulf War by burying them in the ground. Paul Wood reports from Baghdad.
After many hours of technical discussions, the Iraqis have agreed to tell the UN in detail how they are measuring the amounts of VX nerve gas and anthrax they say they're digging up at sites outside Baghdad. The UN inspectors say the Iraqis hope they can get the UN Security Council to accept that the methodology underlying their declarations that all these weapons have been disposed of is correct. That, it's said, would allow the UN to verify that Iraq is free of chemical and biological weapons as it claims.
And finally, police searching for a missing teenager and a 22-year-old police constable say they've received reports of possible sightings of the pair. 15-year-old Naomi Mills and Matthew Brooks, a PC with the West Mercia Force, haven't been seen by their families since Friday. And the weather becoming cloudy, wet and windy. Wet and windy tonight. And tomorrow will be mainly cloudy and breezy with some rain at times. BBC Radio Ulster News.
BBC Radio Ulster.
Travel news. Starting at the City Airport, and the British European flight from Gatwick due earlier on this morning at 11:15 is now estimated to arrive around 11:30. And at the International Airport, the flight from Birmingham due at 11:05 is now expected at 12:20. On the roads and in the Lisburn area, the Stainfield Road is closed between the Cumber Road and the Temple Crossroads. That's until 7 o'clock tonight, and resurfacing work is being carried out there. And similar works taking place on the A1 Dublin Road, about 1 mile south of Lough Brickland. As a result, there are temporary traffic controls and delays can be expected. Deirdre Harshaw reporting.
Travel news from BBC Radio Ulster.
Thank you. Welcome back. It's 4 minutes past 11 o'clock. Gerry Anderson here. I'll be here until 12 o'clock if we're not stopped. The number to ring if you want to contact this programme is 08459 555 678, or send me an email at gerry.anderson@bbc.co.uk. What's the text number? What is it? Anybody got it there?
Yes, it ends in
2022 23. Yeah, it's the start of it that we don't know.
077.
Yes.
86.
07786 20 22 23. 07786 20 22 23. Were you watching television last night?
No, playing snooker.
Hey, did you see that thing last night? Did you see that thing about the old woman who came from the country to the big city and looked 2 ways down a one-way street? And the one about the man who put his jumper on inside out? Did you see the goldfish bowl crack? Did you see the cricket ball smack against my screen? You want to talk about a television? You want to talk about a television? Beep, beep, smack. Did you see that thing last night? Did you see the one about the small boy who had a dad who loved his mum, who had a boyfriend in her car, and the one about the girl buckling up her sandal on the wrong foot? Did you see that lovely wedding? Did you see those children screaming with their voices turned down? You want to talk about a television? You want to talk about a television? Beep, beep, ring. Did you see that yesterday? Did you see the way they made the squeezy bottles from aeroplanes and the cartoons in between about hairy Stone Age people? And the cat caught the dog and the dog caught the mouse and bow, wow, bow, wow, wow, bow, wow, 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 bow, wow, meow, 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 squeak. You want to talk about a television? You want to talk about a television? Beep, beep, squeak. Dear cathode tube, please marry me. I'll be your spouse inside my house. I can plug and unplug you from the wall. Electrons let me bathe my face in you. Is this a fire inside my room? Is this a sunbed or is it an armchair? I'm just lying here, I'm lying here. I'm lying and wondering about you. 'Cause I can laugh and I can cry with you. Yes, I can laugh and I can cry with you. But the conversation has no words. And do you want to talk about a television? You want to talk about a television? Beep, beep, beep.
I flew in from Miami Beach, BOAC. Didn't get to bed last night. All the way the paperback was on my knee. Man, I had a dreadful flight. I'm back in the USSR. Don't know how lucky you are, boy. Back in the US, back in the US, back in the USSR. Well, the Ukraine girls really knocked me out. They leave the West behind. Moscow girls make me scream and shout. Georgia's always on my mind.
Здесь пляшки по-нашему Москвою пойдете, неужели вы татирате мы любовь найдете?
Well, show me round your Snowy Mountains way down south. Take me to your daddy's farm. Let me hear your ballad like a reggae now. Come and keep your comrade warm. I'm back in the USSR. Don't know how lucky you are, boy. Back in the US, back in the US, back in the USSR. Giddy up and get away, or we're going crazy.
Oh, I love that. That's one of the greatest riffs of all time. That's three particular pieces of music there, something for everybody, covering a broad range of mental conditions. The first one was Dan Eggs, a poem called Boring People Through a Square Window from his album called The Spoken Word. That was for those of you who are in trouble. The second one was Back in the USSR by Baba Yaga, for those of you who aren't like the others. And lastly, Status Quo, Rockin' All Over the World, for the walking wounded of the 70s. What category are you in there? You're not listening at all, are you?
Status Quo.
Right, I thought so.
Yeah.
I love that. I was talking to the four of us on Friday. Did you hear the programme by any chance? No. Anyway, I thought it was quite good because it's nice to have people in who are quite good at what they do. Continuing this series, you know I've retired from the late entertainment business. I'm refusing to interview anyone who's a bluffer. The next one we have in here is, well, I shouldn't throw this away really, but our next in-depth interview, and indeed...
in-depth interview. Yes.
No, our next guest to come into the studio. You see, remember the time we used to ask any old dog's arse in here?
Yes.
Do you remember that? Well, we've stopped that. We've no more bluffers, no more show business people. Nobody's saying, oh, you're great. No, you're great. No, you're great. No, listen, God, you're great. That's always a fabulous guy. So when you play that, you believe it's good. Christy Moore's coming in here on March the 20th. Mm-hmm. I'm really looking forward to that. He's the man. Christy Moore is the man. He'll be in here on the 20th of March. You don't care, do you?
Ivan Harvey.
He's not coming in.
Is 50 today.
Is he?
Yeah.
It's all downhill from you. It'll all start to droop from now on, Ivan.
And this is from all at R.A. Irvine's and Portadown, especially the maintenance.
Could you try and put a little enthusiasm into that? It's not every day a man's 50, you know.
Well, what do you want me to do? Sing Happy Birthday to him?
Yeah, why not?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Ivan?
Happy birthday, dear Ivan.
Happy birthday to you. See, other boys don't put the harmony in.
Right.
Okay.
Now, there's a call for you on one. Please.
I know that. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Who's that?
This is Mary.
Good morning, Mary. How are you?
I'm not too bad.
I'm glad to hear that.
On a Monday morning.
Monday mornings are kind of, they're iffy, aren't they?
Very iffy, indeed.
I try and combat that by doing nothing on a Sunday. As a matter of fact, I go nowhere on a Sunday either. Do you go anywhere on a Sunday? Remember people used to say that? If someone wasn't... remember the time when everybody was religious before the bother?
Right.
And people used to say... You talk about some guy who was living on his own. His wife had left him. And they'd say, not alone that. He goes nowhere on a Sunday. When was the last time you heard somebody saying you go nowhere on a Sunday?
Hey, Gerry, get on.
I go nowhere on a Sunday.
Gerry.
Yes?
Cut it out.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
I need your help.
Okay.
Is there anyone knows how I can adjust a DVD player to play American DVDs?
Oh dear.
Anyone at all out there?
I know.
Do you?
Yeah. I've done it.
Right.
There's a long, complicated list of instructions.
Long?
There is a long, complicated list of instructions. Now, depending on the DVD that you have, the player, is it a new one?
Yeah, fairly new.
Well, for instance, now, may I just
before you start, I'm doing this for my son.
No, what's wrong with him?
No, he's at work. I'm not technically into these things at all.
Well, okay. See, there are two... First of all, I have to explain this for the benefit of... In layman's language, for the benefit of people like yourself who may not be too familiar with the white-hot cutting edge of technology.
Yes.
Now, you see, if one gets a CD, or indeed a DVD from America...
Yeah.
It is... there are two regions, what they call Region 1 and Region 2.
Yes.
Region 1, I do believe... I hope I've got these right. I think Region 1 is Europe and Region 2 is America.
Okay.
So they're not compatible, really.
Uh-huh.
But I'll tell you where they are compatible. Do you have a laptop?
Yes.
You can play it on your laptop.
Okay.
Did you know that?
Yep. Yeah.
You sound guarded.
Yeah, I know he can do that, but he wants it on the DVD.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's ways to put it on the DVD. Now, I would have thought at this day and age that there would have been a way to adjust your DVD, but apparently there isn't.
Right.
You can adjust... what happens is when you put it in your laptop... a list of little things comes up and then you have to change things, don't you?
Yeah.
You have to change from Region 1 to Region 2. Now, a long time ago, I was confronted by this problem, and I talked to a gentleman who told me, and he gave me an a web address to plug into, and they would tell you what to do.
Yes.
And I wrote down all the instructions on the back of a book.
Uh-huh.
And I have it at home. There's about 5 or 6 easy steps you do.
Right.
Now, but I'm sure someone out there would know that website.
Okay.
The website into which you go
Yes.
to find out what the steps are to enable yourself to watch a DVD from America.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give you one word of warning. This is what happened to me. I did this one time. I got an American DVD, and I put it in my DVD player.
Yeah.
And I followed all the instructions. And lo and behold, it played. But the only thing was, it was very low volume.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So what I did was I turned the volume up to stun. I turned it up really loud on the TV. So I could just, it was just normal. I could hear it okay. But what I forgot was that when I put it back, that it would be up to 11. Do you remember Spinal Tap? Did you ever see Spinal Tap?
No.
You turn the ramps up to 11.
Right.
Well, this was as loud as a TV can go. So whenever you finish watching it, you forget that you've adjusted the volume, and then you put on normal TV, and then it goes, wow! The speakers nearly came off the wall.
Yeah.
So be very careful about that.
Right.
So you need the website address.
Okay.
To get there's about 5 or 6 steps. It's not complicated.
Okay.
There are various things. Did you know there was things you could do?
Not at all.
There are things, because a lot of people would think that you just can't do, but there are things you can do. You can do, it's just a certain procedure that you follow through. You have to do this and you have to do that. But it's not terribly complicated, but you have to do them in sequence. So I can't remember what the website address is, but if anyone out there knows it, give it to us and we'll pass it on to you. And failing that, I'll bring in my wee book tomorrow and I'll read them out for you.
Okay.
Okay, you ring me tomorrow.
I will indeed.
And you tell me to read them out for you if we don't find you the website address today.
Thank you.
And what's wrong with your son anyway? For God's
well,
sake.
he's at work and it's up to...
Hold on a second. Pardon?
Connor's on 3 there. They help you.
Oh, maybe he knows. Right. Connor?
Sorry, I'm... all right then. All right now.
What's wrong with you?
Bye-bye. Sorry?
What?
Eh?
Is it Connor on 3 or not?
Yes.
Well, what are you spluttering there for?
I'm doing a call.
Oh, sorry. Hello, Connor?
Hello, good morning.
Yes, Connor, can you help this lady?
Well, possibly. I was able to do that on my DVD player.
Well, where did you get the instructions?
Well, exactly. The best thing to do, if she's got connected to the internet, tell her to go into Google.
Google,
and if she types in the name of her DVD player...
Yes?
You'll find there'll be a lot of links that'll tell her how to actually unlock it. I mean, there's a number of websites that'll do this for her, but...
okay, yes, I should have thought of that. Sorry about that. Yes.
Go into Google, and Gerry, as well as that, I think there's 4 regions, is there not? There's Asia and Australia as well. I think there's 4 regions.
Well, any ones that I was... I'm sure there is, but any ones that I was ever involved with was just 2. I'm sure there are other regions.
American ones. Well, there's
which is America? Is American region 1 or region 2?
I think it's 2, and then there's 3, and Australia or something's 4.
Yeah.
There's 4 regions, but the best way, if you type her, the name, the say it's Phillips or whatever brand it is.
All you have to do is write Phillips, just Phillips.
And type that in Google, it should come up with the unlocking code, okay. And it's usually like push keypad play and push 4 0 times or whatever, and that's usually how it...
That's it, yeah. So there you are. Can you do that, love?
Yes. Could you repeat it there for me?
All you have to do is, you know the search engine Google?
Yeah.
Just get in there. What?
A man phoned there now. He said that he was told that's illegal to do that.
Ah, tell him to wise up.
I will not.
So what you do is you Google. Get into Google, and all you have to do is just type in the name of the make of your DVD.
If it's a Philips DVD player with maybe...
That's all you do, and then you just follow the steps from there.
Right.
Okay?
Spell that Google for me.
Google.
Thank you.
Do you remember people used to be googly-eyed? Do you remember?
A bit like
I should tell you, Sean, that. You know what I thought about? I was thinking about yesterday.
What?
You never see buck teeth.
I haven't seen a buck tooth for ages.
No.
I remember people used to have a skelly eye.
No, buck teeth.
And Google. He's googly. He had a Google eye. But that's a terrible thing to talk about. There may be people at home with Google eyes. And there might be people with buck teeth listening.
No, there's not.
No, do you know they don't call it buck teeth? Do you know what they call it now?
Time talking Google, Gerry.
Pardon?
You spend most of your time talking Google.
I know, but bowling googlies. Well, thank you very much, sir.
Certainly.
You're a gentleman. Okay, thank you. All right, you let us know if you have any trouble with that. Come back to us.
Thank you.
All right. And nobody has snotters coming out their nose either. Do you remember? Do you remember the 11?
There's a call.
Remember, you used to say that he's got an 11 going.
There's a call.
Do you know what an 11 is?
Aye. There's a
What's
call.
an 11?
I know. You don't have to. What do you want me to do? Draw it?
Go on, tell them what's an 11.
No, I know.
There are people out there who don't know what an 11 is.
Everybody knows what it is.
They don't know.
You put the 11 on your sleeve. All right.
But why do they call it the 11?
Because it's obvious.
People used to say he's got an 11 going.
Yeah, it's like.
Do you know when the snotter used to come down? Now, you remember he used to harden. And
there's a call on 2.
And it's like the number 11 under your...
Norman's on 2.
Ooh.
Go on.
You're no fun today.
Norman's on 2.
You know, sometimes I wonder why I bother. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Gerry.
I sometimes I wonder why I bother, Norman.
Sometimes I do myself, the abuse you take there.
It's just that, I'm surrounded by dull people.
Yeah.
They've no crack in them.
You'll maybe find this even duller.
Oh.
I got a booklet in this morning, Civil Service Retirement Magazine.
Oh, that sounds exciting.
There was a few great truths in it I thought I might like to share with you.
Oh, I know. Please share civil servant truth with me.
Well, it's not civil service. It's just for anyone that 10 ages of success.
From the civil service. This is civil service wisdom here.
Yes.
All right, then.
At age 4, success is not peeing in your pants.
Yes.
At age 12, success is having friends.
Yes.
At age 16, success is having a driving licence.
That's pretty good for 16, yeah?
At 17, they're here.
Mm-hmm.
At age 20, success is having sex.
Well, I haven't managed that yet. Okay, go ahead.
At age 35, success is having money.
Mm,
At age 50, success is having money.
yeah.
At age 60, success is having sex. At age 70, success is having a driving licence.
Mm-hmm.
At age 75, success is having friends. And at age 80, success is not peeing in your pants.
It all goes round, doesn't it?
Doesn't it?
It really does go round.
The other wee bit here was the 4 stages of life.
Yeah.
You believe in Santa Claus. You don't believe in Santa Claus. You are Santa Claus. You look like Santa Claus.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Yeah. No, that's good. No, excuse me for not reacting.
Yeah.
You see, but you see, I get that on the internet every day. Do you know what I'm trying to say here?
Well, you see, Bennett gives these out.
I know, but you see, that's because...
So I thought it would be a change.
I know. No, I'm not.
Your program.
I'm not blaming you. You see, what happens is, you see, there's a particular. Well, I don't know. I shouldn't say this to you because it sounds as if I'm slagging you, but I'm not. See, people post these things on the internet, and they go around the world, and whenever someone like yourself comes across it, he thinks that nobody's ever seen it. So what they do is you want to share it with someone. But what you don't realise is that I've been looking at that for like 6 months.
Oh, have you? Seen
Yeah,
it all
but
before?
that's quite all right. I understand. But you see, you have to get out more.
Oh, yeah.
You have to get out more. Now, don't be reading the civil servant pension book. That is not the most exciting book you can possibly read. Go out and buy a man's magazine. I suggest you do that.
Thank you very much for your advice.
Thank you. I hope you take this in the spirit in which it is intended. Stop reading the Civil Servant Retired magazine. Get out there and live and breathe and smell the air. Okay.
Thanks for your advice.
That's what's wrong with Bennett. You look at Bennett, he's falling apart at the seams. And there's too many people. So what people do is, I see a lot of newspaper people doing this as well. You see, everywhere you lift a newspaper, you see these columns, and you know the guy just nicked it off the internet. And they don't realise that everybody else has seen it too. But I don't want to take the wind out of your sails. Am I being cruel to this man?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. All right, sir. Thank you anyway, sir.
Well,
God
Norman,
bless you. Okay.
That's Norman.
You have to be cruel to be kind.
Well, there's Diane then.
Well, will I be cruel to her?
I hope not.
You see, Norman,
you probably will.
You see, Norman's
'Cause
sitting
I
at
know
home.
what she wants. She's on 1 or 2.
Hello, 1 or 2? Which one's she on?
She's on 1. One.
Come on. Which one?
1. She's 1.
Wait, see, Norman's sitting at home reading the Civil Servant's Retired Handbook. This is no way to live. This is no way to live.
Norman could have got that in, and he was just looking at it, and he started to read it. And
do you know how I mean, do you get this? Do people send you lists of things on the internet?
What sort of lists?
And jokes. Do people send you jokes on the internet?
No.
Wait, they send them to me all the time. I get them all the time. Spam. There are lists of things. They're all from America. They're all talking about buddies and guys, stuff like that. All clever things.
No.
And Bennett reads them all out all the time.
That's you.
Why do people send me things? I don't want to hear these things.
Sure,
and jokes about Irishmen and Scotchmen.
Well, you obviously read them.
No, I look at the top of them, I see a joke, and I just wipe them immediately.
That's all right.
That man read them out to me. I read that 6 months ago.
It's the same as junk mail. People get very annoyed that people send them junk mail.
But why do people think that nobody else has got it?
But I don't care about junk mail. Does junk mail annoy you?
No.
Does receiving junk mail annoy you?
No, but you know what would annoy me? If I received a piece of junk mail and said, that's really good, and I sent it off to somebody else.
No, but you left it from your letterbox, from your hall, and you walk straight to the bin.
Yes, but what I'm saying is that some people read this stuff and then they think it's good and they send it off to somebody else.
You don't.
Thereby unwittingly becoming a spam distributor.
Just lift it and dump it. Right, this is
I know what
Diane.
Right. I know what she wants. Hello, Diane.
Hello, Gerry. Good morning.
I know what you want.
Before we go any further,
yes?
I enjoy your programme on Wednesday night.
What? Oh, yes, well, it's not my programme.
Well, I mean, you're introducing it. It's brilliant.
Well,
We enjoyed it.
I only did one of them.
Well, you just seen a wee bit at the end.
Yeah, they like to show me in small doses.
Aye.
I'm like penicillin.
Aye. Well,
Anyway, thank you.
We enjoyed
That's
it.
good.
Anyway.
It's a good wee programme, actually.
Good
But
programme.
It's not
yeah,
my
missed it last week. Wasn't here, but
Good, okay.
anyway, what I'm ringing you for is, do you remember the old song? It is an old song. It was called "Oh My Papa."
To me, you are so wonderful.
Yes.
Oh, my papa, too.
Oh,
Oh, my papa. It was a trumpet solo as well.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I've lost it, and somebody's asked me, and my daughter, she loves the song, and I have to tell her because she always called her Granda Papa. And she loved him dearly. He died suddenly. And I was looking for the tape, but I haven't got it, the CD of it now. And I was wondering if you could play it for me, I could tape it.
Are you talking about the song?
Yes.
Or the trumpet solo?
No, the song, actually, the song, the words.
I don't know if I have that. It's only kind of old people would have that. You know, like Sean, he has it.
Aye, like me, but I lost mine.
Excuse me a second.
24438. Yes.
What's going on here?
What?
What that lady wants, oh mine papa.
Diane, yes, that's right.
Why are you putting this?
No, Diane turned to you and asked, could you get it for her?
Why didn't you just say that you would ask me later?
No, why don't you do it? Why didn't you look in your core?
That's the sort of thing you play.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just tell her that you had it and you'd send it to her? You know that's the sort of thing that I don't like. You know that.
But why don't you help the lady?
Because you know rightly that I don't like that. And that's why you put her through.
No,
Sorry, what's her name?
Diane.
Diane, I'm sorry. This has nothing to do with you.
I know.
He's using you. He's using you to hurt me.
I had a feeling...
You see, this is a terrible thing to say, but he knows that I can't stand that. Do you know what I mean? You do know. You did know that.
But I'm one of your listeners,
I know,
Gerry.
I know, I understand, and I respect you greatly.
I listen to you every day.
No, but you see what? He's using you.
Could you not pull it up on the internet?
There's no answer to that.
Could you not?
No, let me. I'm just explaining to her. You see.
Could you not get into
See,
Google?
when he said to you, when you said to him, "I want oh mine papa," the first thing he never heard anything else you said. The first thing he said to himself was, "Anderson really hates that."
Oh, he didn't. He did not.
No, he said that to him.
Gerry.
He said that to himself in his head.
Oh, he said
And he
that
says,
to
"I'll put her through to him. That'll really get up his goat." And that's why he's
Sean
using.
No, Sean wouldn't do that.
Go on, admit it.
No.
Admit it. Go on.
Why don't you do it now, live on air, and do it for the lady? Go into your googly thing.
I have my tape and all in, Gerry.
Go on, get the words of it and send the words to her.
Why don't you do it?
Type it out there, you know. You know what one to get into.
I know what one to go into.
Go on.
Go on, you do it.
You do it.
I'm not doing it. I'm going to ask her to leave.
KJ,
I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
KJ wants you.
You're being used. I know what you want. That's when do you know what he said?
What?
He said, "I know what she wants." And I should have known then. I know now.
Mm-hmm.
I know now.
You're in trouble with KJ.
I don't care. I won't be used like this. I won't be abused. That's a nice woman there.
Well, why don't you do something for her?
Because she doesn't realise why why she's talking to me. She's talking to me because you want to embarrass me.
I do not.
Yes, you do.
I do.
Yes, you do.
I just want you to help her, and then Diane will.
You're using her like You're using her like a Scud missile.
No, I'm not.
Yes,
Diane
you are.
will
You're
tell
just launching her into me.
Diane will tell her friends, "I got the words of Old Mine Papa from Gerry Anderson. He got me just like that. He was very helpful and very nice to me."
Exactly, Sean. That's
and
exactly.
this will do you a lot of good.
Well, I leave the two of you to sort it out.
You pull her up in your
No. I'm fed up being treated like a baby. Besides, my nappy needs changed.
Every day I can see we're going round in a circle, covering the same ground. Take a trip, just you and me. We're together, who knows what we will see. Don't you know, we have got to make the time. Now's what matters, and that is the bottom line. All I wanna do is get high. You make me feel that I just stepped into the light. You make me feel that I can make it through the night. You make me feel Take a trip, just me and you, underneath the big blue. Take your time, you take all the time you want. Where we're going, I don't think we'll think a lot. On the grass, throwing stones into the stream. Ghetto blast, tuning into our green. All I wanna do is get by. You make me feel that I just stepped into the light. You make me feel that I can make it through the night. You make me feel that I'm alive. And when I'm with you, I feel high. And when I'm with you, I feel high. Sit and watch the water run underneath the hot sun. Is it me, or are we just distracted by all the problems that I know will pass us by? If you see the way to go, won't you tell me? 'Cause sometimes I don't know. All I wanna do is get high. You make me feel that I just stepped into the light. You make me feel that I can make it through the night. You make me feel that I'm alive. And when I'm with you, I feel high. And when I'm with you, I feel high.
Sorry. Sorry. That's Heaven and Earth. It's an album called Heaven and Earth. You Make Me Feel. That's by the four of us. Incidentally, Brian Kennedy will be appearing in the Waterfront Hall in Belfast on Friday the 14th and Saturday the 15th of March. That's 2 nights, Friday the 14th and Saturday the 15th of March. Yeah?
Would you take what you call him too? That's that girl that says you're in trouble.
That's okay. Now, here's an email from a gentleman who says to me, he says, I could laugh at all these people who have paid hundreds or thousands of pounds to get a number plate with their initials on them. I think people should save money. You know what I mean? Do you know people who get their initials on the car? They should save money and should all get the same. It just says Pratt.
That's a hateful thing to say.
Anyway, he says he lived in America, and he says he lived in America once. This is Damien Horner, and he had a number plate which said Buck Egypt, B-U-K-E-J-I-T. And he said nobody could work that out in America. And eventually this guy came up to him and he said, hey, I think I figured out your license plate. Does that mean born in the UK, emigrated just in time? You know, Buck, B-U-K, E-J-I-T, emigrated just in time, Buck Egypt. Isn't that funny?
Very funny, yeah.
Buck Egypt.
Yeah, that's great. There's a call in too.
You don't appreciate anything, do you?
Yeah.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, I'm sorry to be a little down. I'm surrounded by people who don't appreciate what's going on here.
Oh, dear.
I hope indeed that you're not one of those.
Oh, no, I'm just phoning you to give you a bit of a warning.
No, a warning?
Uh-huh.
Okay, go ahead, warn me.
The thing is, you're saying that you send those, what do you call them, mail? Your hot mail.
Oh, spam.
Your what?
Spam.
Your spam?
Spam.
Your junk mail.
Junk mail, that's what they call it, spam.
Oh, sorry, you're very friendly, aren't you?
Indeed, yes.
Well, my sister's at school and she was sending them.
Who was she sending what to?
Well, she was sending wee junk mail, email things to friends at the same school.
But tell her to stop doing that.
Oh, she got in loads of trouble over it.
Why, what kind of things did she send? Naughty things?
Oh, she
sent Bart Simpson or Homer and Marge or something.
Ah, well, you see.
Yeah.
And what kind of trouble did she get into?
Well, she doesn't know yet. He let her sweat over the weekend.
Mm-hmm. So she may be punished?
Well, I don't think so, because
She
Mum
may
and
be
Dad weren't very upset about it, so...
She may be punished today when she goes into school. You don't know the outcome of it yet.
Oh, maybe.
Well, you see, this is an increasing problem in the computer world. You see, I don't know, are you on the net at all yourself?
Yeah, at school, yeah.
Well, you do. You deal with email on a regular basis, do you?
I suppose every day you would have a wee look.
But see, do you not notice the change that's been going on recently? See, a lot of people who are listening to this programme who don't use email probably don't realise what we're talking about. But you see, about a year ago, you only got messages that came to you. And then, that people sent to you. But now, when you switch on a computer, there's every day there's 40 or 50 messages. And there's only one of them for you.
Exactly.
And the rest of it's all crap. It's like junk mail thrown in the... But the only thing is, whenever you throw junk mail into your letterbox, you know it's junk mail and you throw it all away. But the thing about the email is you have to open them all up because it might be something, that you want.
I know.
Because you have no way of telling that it's junk mail and you open them all. That's like opening all your junk mail and then you only find one bill from the electricity board.
But you see the names.
Yeah. But it might be someone you don't know. Maybe it might be someone someone might want to contact you for something and you don't know who they are. But you can't just throw everything away. And there may be an unfamiliar name. Maybe he's, offering you some kind of job or something.
So you're saying it's a bit of a pain then?
It is a pain indeed. Do you not find that yourself?
Well, I suppose, but not really.
Well, what do you do for a living yourself? What are you
I'm
up to?
still at school.
Oh, you're still at school? Well, what age of girl are you?
18.
And are you not at school today?
No, I'm not feeling well today.
Have you got that old flu thing?
Yes.
Did it start off with a sore throat?
Yes.
Do you know what happens? It starts off with a sore throat, and then the next day the sore throat goes away. Then you think you're okay. But you're not. Something else happens then. And you're lying there as if somebody beat you up.
I know, that's what I thought yesterday. I thought it was getting better, but
no,
not really.
No, for the benefit of the people, let us say, first of all, you get a sore throat, you're starting to go like that there. And then you go to your bed, you see, and then your throat kind of goes away a wee bit. Then you think you're out, and then you get up and you find out you can't walk.
Well, I had the, what do you call them, soothers?
Pardon?
Soothers, I was eating those, they're good.
What do you call them again?
Strawberry soothers.
Soothers?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, they're good. I'm a penicillin man myself. Penicillin and heroin, I think, cures nearly everything.
Hot brandy cures everything.
Oh, but you're a little young for hot brandy.
No, I'm 18, I'm legal.
Oh, that's all right. Well, you should be sitting drinking what do you call it? I better not say.
It's bit early in the day.
So how long are you going to stay off then?
Oh, just today. I'll probably go back tomorrow.
Oh, no, take another couple of days. You may as well take the week while you're at it. No, you will, because you won't feel better. I'm telling you, you won't feel better until the weekend.
Oh,
what school do you go to?
What?
What school do you go to?
I go to Dungannon Tech.
All right, then. Okay, so there'll be nobody listening anyway, because nobody from the school, because they'll all be at school.
Yeah,
so your secret is safe with me. You stay there for another week.
Okay.
Listen to the radio and read books and drink smoothers and eat apples and oranges.
I'll try.
And then watch the TV at night. Okay.
Can I say hi to Daddy?
Pardon?
Can I say hi to Daddy?
Of course you can.
Hi, Daddy.
Where is he? Is he at home or is he at work or what's he doing?
He's in his lorry at work.
What's his name?
Davy.
Davy. All right, Davy. And is there nobody looking after you on your own?
No, I'm with my mum.
Oh, that's good. What's her name?
Veronica.
You never bothered saying hello to her, I noticed.
Pardon?
You never bothered saying hello to her?
Oh, she can hear me anyway.
All right, then. Well, I hope you get better soon, but take a week out of it anyway. You may as well. It's good, sometimes you can enjoy being sick if you know what's wrong with you.
Oh, I don't enjoy it.
No, it gives you the chance to read all the books you're supposed to read and, you never get time to.
Oh.
And you can watch Trisha and you can watch Ricky.
See, this is why I'm not having such a great time.
Why?
I've been up from 1:30 this morning.
Coughing and that kind of thing?
No, I'm scared I can't go to sleep.
Why are you scared to go to sleep?
Because I went to cinema Saturday night and watched this film called The Ring.
Oh, a scary film.
It scared the life out of me.
Oh, my God, and you sick and everything.
I'm having nightmares. I'm expecting this blue woman to come and get me.
Well, I'm waiting for one myself. I'm kind of looking forward to it. But listen, listen, I suggest you sleep during the day then and keep awake at night.
Oh, I think
sleep during the day and watch the TV at night. All the old movies come on at night. It's great.
Oh, right. Is that what you do?
That's what I do, yeah. I'm like a vampire.
Oh, that's not good.
Okay, now, we wish you all the best and I hope you recover soon and keep in touch.
Okay, thanks very much.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, bye. That poor girl's sick. It's a terrible thing. This is Brian Kennedy. I've been asked to play a little song from him. This is a song he features in the stage act. It's called New York. It's a lovely song.
stars, New York. New bed, new sheets, new houses, new streets, New York. New work, new friends, new starts and new ends, New York. New love, new sex, new fiction, new facts, New York. New songs, new words, new voices, new words, New York. New sky, new ground, new silence, new sound, New York. New York. New York. New York.
That's Brian Kennedy, that's New York. That's from his last album, which is called Get On With Your Short Life. To say he's on the Waterfront Hall, the 14th and 15th of March. That's Friday and Saturday week. Right, a lady called Kylie Dawson, who's in Australia, and she's listening at the moment. She's in Oz, and she wants to say hello to everyone from Mahara, especially Big Frank, who's working away in Clark's and Upper Lands, from the wee man down under in Oz. She's been here 5 weeks and absolutely loving it. Good day, Mai. Listening on the net, getting you loud and clear. Also, John Breen sends an email and he said, just in case Google doesn't come up with the information the lady requires, she should try a website called www.dvdrhelp.com, which has a special section devoted to DVD or player hacks on its main menu. That's for people who want to play American DVDs. That's a very useful thing. A lot of people don't think you can play them, but you can. www.dvdrhelp.com, all lowercase, all one word. And here's another site, www.dvd.reviewer.co.uk, and look for the region hack section. That's from Trevor Williams. Thank you, Trevor. That's www.dvdreviewer.co.uk. So that's how to hack into your region. Hear me saying
There's a
things
wee call for you.
Hear me saying things like hack into your region.
Linda Fagan's off the cigarettes 6 weeks.
Well, do you know, I would like to talk to her.
Would you?
Yes, I would.
Oh,
because
I got a phone call
I
from
want
her
to talk
husband,
to her.
Brian.
I want to talk to her.
Oh, all right then. Well, maybe Brian will ring back. I didn't get a number. I just wanted to say, would you say congratulations and play Hallelujah by...
I Love Her So.
No, Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen, is it?
Leonard Cohen.
Yeah. And
I
that's
know
also
how she
fun.
feels. Do you know? I know how she
Two
feels. I want to talk to her about something because I've been.
Well, what about the person on one?
I haven't had a cigarette for 3 months.
Well, that's good.
It's not good.
It is good. It's excellent. You're over the hump now. No, that's good. That's good.
You don't know what it's like.
I no, I don't, but I applaud you. Well done.
Do you applaud me?
I do. I think that's great.
Go on, applaud me.
And everyone who's off the cigarettes.
Thank you very much.
It's great.
It's not great.
It is.
It's like losing someone. It's like losing someone, John. I feel this emptiness. Every day it's the same. I just want something. I don't know what it is.
That'll pass.
No, but I've passed. I want to talk to her about the feeling of loss. Do you see, what happens is, after you're off cigarettes about 3 or 3 months, you no longer want a cigarette. Do you know what I mean? Do you know in the first 2 or 3 weeks there, of course you don't know any of this because you're not human, but you know in the first 2 or 3 weeks when you go off a cigarette, you know you really want one. You really want a cigarette. And then after about a month, you know, you kind of half want one, you know. But then after about 2 months, getting into 3 months, you don't want a cigarette, but you want something.
Is this true?
You feel this.
You smoked, didn't
There's
you?
Geraldine knows, but Geraldine's not going to tell us
off
anything.
them years.
What? I know.
Turns off them years.
I know. But I mean,
Well,
sure,
you
Geraldine.
could- well,
but this is in the early. See, you miss something, but it's not. It's changed into something else. But instead of wanting a cigarette, you want something, and you don't know what it is. Now, it could be sex. I don't know. You know, Sean. I have to be honest with you.
Don't be looking at me.
And I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's just a want in you, and it's driving me crazy. It's something I don't know what it is. It might be drugs. You know, I don't know what it is, but I need something.
Right.
I need something to replace the cigarettes. I want to talk to her. Maybe her and I could get together.
Why don't you take up a wee hobby?
Ah, for God's sake!
What?
You're so sensible. Hobbies are no good. What? Who's on here?
Did you ever...
What? What? Oh, why don't I take up golf? Wouldn't that be good?
What about making ornaments or something?
Making ornaments. Why don't I go into Long Kesh and do needlework? Hey,
What did you do?
hey.
Do something.
There's nobody's room in there now,
Do
isn't
something
there?
with your hands. Did you ever
I
try...
know what I'll do with my hands. I'll thump you with one of them.
Did you ever try whittling? They're calling one.
Whittling? Whittling?
Yes.
Right. Hello?
Hello, Jerry.
Do you whittle?
Sorry?
Have you ever whittled?
Have I?
Have you ever whittled?
No.
Do you know what whittling is?
No, I've no idea.
Whittling is when you get a knife and you get a bit of a piece of wood and you cut bits off it.
Oh, yes, my son used to do that when he was younger, right now.
I'm sure he did. Is he all right now?
Yes, he's
Okay.
grown up a wee bit now.
That's all right. He's seen sense at last. What can we do for you today?
Well, Jerry, I am just now going to give you a little pastime. You know, I was just listening to you there about the smoking and that.
Yes.
There's a book apparently at the moment with Weird and Wonderful Words as the title. And I've come across a list of them in one of my magazines, and I think you might like a few.
I hope you didn't find this on the internet.
No, I'm hopeless on the internet.
Good.
I can just about switch the damn thing on, and that's as far as it goes.
All right.
But this first word I'm going to give you, I think could refer to you and Sean, and maybe myself from time to time. A bablatrice.
How do you spell that?
BABLATRICE.
Don't know what that means. You'll have to tell me.
A chatterbox.
A chatterbox. All right. As in the Tower of Babel or Babel?
Yes, I would imagine that's what
The origin. How does that pronounce? Is that the Tower of Babel or is it Babel?
It's Babel, I think, isn't
And
it?
why do they say Babel when they talk about people talking?
I don't know.
As in B-A-B-B-L-E.
They're just trying to confuse us, you know. Give us
No, I'm
something
just
to
throwing
look
these things out for the benefit of the listeners. Babel or Babel, who say Babel, I say Babel.
up. Right,
You say tomato, I say tomato.
exactly.
Any other good words there?
There's a... Do you want me to... I have about 10. Do you want me to list them all down, or just an odd one?
One other one is sufficient.
This one now is, I think, very good. Ultra-crepidarian.
Oh, what does that mean?
That means the practice of giving opinions on topics beyond one's knowledge.
Oh, I think you've got me in one there, haven't you? You've got me in one. I don't think I want to hear any more of these words because two of them have applied to me already.
Oh, no, this one does. The next one doesn't, definitely.
What's the next one?
And I love this one.
Yes.
It's a snollygoster.
A snollygoster.
SNOLLYGOSTER.
What's a snollygoster?
A dishonest politician.
Oh, there's plenty of them in Northern Ireland. Coming down with snollygosters here, actually. We should bring that word back.
Snollygoster.
Do you know what I think? I think our politicians are at their most creepiest when they're trying to be human.
Oh.
There's a program on that's what Hearts and Minds. You know that
Yes.
old thing does. And at the end of it, for some strange reason, they've got this little snippet. So they give our politicians, and they say, "Here is so and so, in an off moment." And they sit there and they talk politics and they say, "Be warm, be loving, be normal," and they are so creepy. I watched a fella the other night, and I won't give his name because it's not fair. And I looked at him and I said, "Oh my God, he's trying to be human." That's the most revealing thing I've ever seen. The man is a maniac. You see these people. Oh, I don't know. Have you noticed? Have you seen in the paper that David Trimble and Jeffrey Donaldson and Gregory Campbell and Peter Robertson are all for invading Iraq?
Oh, good Lord.
Why come that doesn't surprise me in the slightest?
Oh. Another wee bit.
Snollygosters, every one of them.
Yes, exactly.
All right, then. Thank you for those words.
Okay.
God bless you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Snollygoster.
Golly, Goster?
Snollygoster.
Snollygoster.
That's what they are. Politicians in Northern Ireland are all snollygosters.
Well, will you take a call?
What about the elections in May? We're going to vote for them to take up positions that they refuse to take up. What?
2.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, Gerry. How
Yes?
are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you.
Gerry, this is not a snollygoster on the phone here.
Thank God for that.
Gerry, we met before in the Carrickdale Hotel a good few months ago. You were up doing a show in Mullaban.
That's right.
I was speaking to Sean McMahon's name here. We were opening
That's
an Italian restaurant in Uri.
That's right. Yes, I remember that well. Yes.
Yes.
How's it going for you?
Now, Gerry, I'm doing very well.
Now that's the city, that'll help you.
Now that's the city, exactly. Gerry, I was ringing earlier on. I'm trying to find a dentist in Uri who will see one of my Italian waiters. His teeth are killing him at the moment, and I just can't get into any dentist in Uri.
Well, what is this, discrimination of some kind?
It must be. I don't know what it is.
So you have an Italian waiter?
Yeah, and I brought him round 2 dentists, and nobody can see him.
Well, there seems to be some... I can't understand that, because Italians are temperamental at the best of times.
Exactly.
An Italian with a toothbrush... with a toothache would be like a bulldog.
Even more dangerous.
Oh, he's liable to throw plates at people. So nobody... not a dentist in Uri will take your man.
Well, I've been round 2 dentists, Gerry, and none of them can see him, and I said, look, this gentleman's got a very bad toothache. He doesn't know what it is. Can we sort something out? And nobody can see him.
Well, when did he discover his discomfort?
He discovered it yesterday.
Oh, that's
I took him in this morning, and they said Friday, and he said, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll fly back to Italy. It'll be cheaper.
It'll probably be cheaper and quicker. All right, then. Let's throw the gauntlet down to the dentists in Uri, who I know from experience are a fine bunch.
Exactly.
Let some dentist in Uri step forward and tend to this Italian's jaw, for God's sake. Let not the man go back to Italy and tell him that no man lifted his hand to help him in Uri.
Because this man, Gerry, serving fine food now every night at Sapori Italiani in Uri, and we wouldn't want him walking about, feeling uncomfortable when he's serving customers.
I'm a sucker for Italian food.
Yeah, you should come down here and try this.
What are you called again?
Sapori Italiani.
Sapori
Italiani. Italian flavours.
Have you any Italian blood in you yourself?
I have no Italian blood at all, but I'm actually an interpreter.
You're just a bluffer.
Italian.
You're just a bluffer.
Just a bluffer. Just a bluffer.
Is it going well for you then?
The restaurant is very, very authentic, Gerry. Everything in the restaurant, with the exception of the bar counter and myself, is Italian.
All right, that's okay. Well, I look forward to coming in sometime. But let's get this man's jaw fixed.
Exactly.
So we'll know Uri dentists step forward. We put out a challenge to them. It's a bit late now because all the crazies are starting to come on. They're starting to gather for David.
All the snollygosters.
The snollygosters are gathering up, getting their loins gathered.
Do you want me to leave you my number then, Gerry?
Yes, please do.
Phone me directly.
Yes.
Okay, it's a mobile number. They can phone me on 07836.
07836.
504.
504.
229.
229. Let's hope we hear anything from you, from the dentist. If you're still in pain tomorrow, come back to me.
I will indeed.
All right, then.
Okay. Ciao, Gerry.
Bye. Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao. Hear me saying ciao there.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a friend of yours on one, but I'm not telling you who it is.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Who's that?
It is one of your actor friends.
I wonder what actor that would be. Mr. Cole, who is this?
You know this man.
Hold on a minute. I know your voice, but I can't just place you. See, I hate this. I hate surprises like this. Who is it now? Come on.
It's Eamon McCann, Gerry.
Oh, for God's sake. Eamon, the real Eamon McCann.
Well, one of the real Eamon McCanns, not the singing Eamon McCann, nor the multi-millionaire pop Eamon McCann.
You're the man who started the Troubles.
No, I would more say the poor but honest journalist and lately actor.
Yes, Eamon. Well, what can we do to help you this fine day?
Well, I just thought I would phone up and invite you personally, Gerry, and anyone else you'd like to bring to come along to the Playhouse in Derry tonight.
Yes.
For one of 1,000 performances happening this evening of Aristophanes' anti-war play Lysistrata, in which I personally am performing, making my debut on the boards, as it were.
Well, I tell you what, there's people who pay money to see that.
Well, they won't even have to pay money. It will be free in. There will be a collection on the way out, so people can donate according to their appreciation level, leaving it entirely up to themselves.
Okay, that's tonight in the Playhouse Theatre in Derry.
8 o'clock, the Playhouse Theatre tonight, and as I say, there's 1,000 productions of Lysistrata going on around the world today, all in coordination with one another. This is Derry's contribution.
Is this in opposition to the war, obviously?
It is indeed. It's an anti-war play, 2,500 years old, but a lot of it ringing with relevance to our present day.
Right. Well, obviously, it shows you the depth of your commitment if you're prepared to tread the boards.
Well, it's fun as well as taking a chance of making oneself look a little bit ridiculous, but tremendous fun to laugh a line, and I'm sure that you'll enjoy it, Gerry, and the type of person who listens to your programme, I think, would be precisely the target audience.
Well, absolutely. What time does it start at tonight?
8 o'clock, the Playhouse in Derry.
8 o'clock, the world should be the path to your door.
Thank
Okay,
you
the best
very
of
much
luck
indeed,
tonight.
Mr. Anderson. See you there.
See you later, Eamon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Hey.
Yes, isn't he wonderful?
He's absolutely
He's
wonderful.
so determined, and the man will give a sterling performance tonight on the boards of Derry's theatre.
Playhouse Theatre.
Playhouse Theatre, that's right. It'd be great, won't it?
You're getting better. Look, you did an impersonation there. Do you know why you did that? You got excited.
Because I like McCann's delivery. I do enjoy him immensely.
Just
I may not agree with everything he says, of course, but I enjoy the man.
He's the one who started the trouble.
Well, you're saying that, not me.
You see, this is what you need, you see. I need to get the people on. See, I need Roy Walker on here, and then you'll go.
I'll go. It's good, but it's not right. Let's get Roy Walker on. Will we get Roy on?
Yeah, because if the people come on, you see, it seems to kick-start you, like a set of jump leads. Yes, you couldn't wait to be aiming there when he was speaking.
No, I could not.
And you have been so silent.
I know. I wonder, will David talk about that? David Dawson. McCann is now in Thespian. Good God, what's happening to Northern Ireland? That's all I'm doing now.
That's pretty good. It's a start, Sean.
It's a start.
Do you know what? You know, it's like tipping your toe in the water.
Yes.
You see, I was worried about you this last one. I thought maybe you'd never do another impersonation again. But now I see there's life in the old dog again. Right. All you need is the proper stimuli.
Where is David?
I don't know. Is there another man on?
There was another person on for a couple of
with a southern accent.
I don't know.
Was it? Well, who's on today, I wonder?
I don't know.
We'll just have to wait and see.
Well, listen. Listen then.
We've haven't long to wait now.
No.
35 seconds.
That's right. We got Diane, the words of Oh My Papa, Eamon
McCann.